So London is a pretty big city, and there are so many different areas to explore, and at this point I feel like I've probably seen all of them, but in this video I'm going to tell you about one of my favorite areas, which is Hampstead. This will serve as sort of a guide for anyone who's new to London or visiting for the first time and looking for the best areas to visit, or even for those of you who are already living in London and just looking for different areas to explore. I may even do a few more videos like this, just telling you about some of my other favorite parts of the city, but for now I'll just be telling you about one of my top favorites, which again is Hampstead. Now, there are a few reasons why it's so high up on my list. First of all, it's a lot less touristy than central London, and because of that it tends to be a lot quieter and just a lot more peaceful. It kind of has a bit more of a village, neighborhoody vibe to it, so it almost feels like you're somewhere in the countryside when in reality you're still in London. Every time I go to Hampstead for an afternoon, most of my time is spent in Hampstead Heath, which is a huge park just filled with trails and open green space and really nice views of the city. You've definitely seen it in many of my previous vlogs because I go there so often. It's the perfect place to go just for a long hike on a sunny day or even for a picnic. A nice bonus is that you'll probably end up seeing tons of dogs there, so that's definitely a plus. Then there's also Golders Hill Park nearby, which I actually just discovered. It's sort of like a smaller, separate park that's sort of like attached to Hampstead Heath. I know that probably wasn't the best way of explaining it, but basically there's just tons of green space to enjoy. Other things that I love about Hampstead are the adorable side streets that are perfect for taking pictures of, and also the super expensive houses that all the rich people live in. Honestly, if I had tons of money, I would probably be living in one of these super expensive houses, probably with a small dog and a nice garden out back to have afternoon tea. But you know, that's just my fantasy. There are also tons of shops and quaint little cafes and bakeries, and if you're up for it, you can also wander over to Highgate, which apparently has a really giant cemetery that people really enjoy visiting. I've never actually gone in myself, but apparently there are tons of famous people buried there, so if that sparks your interest, then check that out. But yeah, basically, if you are just looking to escape the busyness and touristiness of central London, then definitely go to Hampstead for an afternoon. You've got parks, gardens, expensive houses, shops, bakeries, famous cemeteries. I mean, what more could you want? Let me know in the comments what your favorite areas of London are and if this video was helpful at all for you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!